Helps if I'm in the world. We're in the world. We're in the world of Carmen Sandiego. Alrighty, welcome everybody. This is episode 13 of The Ring. Last time we were doing some crafty stuff. We had hit this weird cycle where we had launched a bunch of rockets and we were working on like fertilizer and crop stuff. Which luckily excuse me, luckily we have a lot of growing here. He's done too. Okay, one of the resources that I need that I don't have currently is I don't have much sulfur. How far away how far away are we from the tier 2 drill stuff? Tier 2 drill is pressure. Pressure is 364, but then we need super rods for that, which is 750. Okay, so I need significantly more. And we're up to what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have 10 of those, and then we have 16 of those. How close are we to the next tier up of pressure? And we have the tier 4 drill. Okay, we have tier 4 drill. Hi. We have tier 4 drill. We don't have tier 4 heat. Tier 4 heat is going to be a while because oxygen is always rough. Some of those. I'll wait a second before I steal a nibble. Well, we have a bunch of that we can't really do anything with. If we have some silicon and some water, we can at least use up some of this real quick. There. Okay. Oh boy. Those are gonna have to find a different home. Those can go there. We have too much of certain items here. We're gonna dump water and we're gonna dump those. How much aluminum? Okay, I can start moving aluminum if I need food, water. Food, water. Okay. Excuse me, I just ate. Hate that. Okay, so we need iron, we need silicon, we need titanium. We need sulfur. Most of those are fairly far away. The other thing I could do is I could do a bunch of those real quick. Hang on. Let me grab Whoa. Did I run out of water, it looks like? Hang on. I need some of this real quick. Grab me some water. Grab me some water. And some water. There we go. I want to do one round real fast of this. Algae. Oop, this way. Okay. All right, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So this lets me calm that down a bit. There we go. And we have one extra water. Perfect. Water, food. I have a drill with some goodies I need to go get. At this point, how fast is our scaling going? So this one is fairly slow. 60 point. Well, actually, that's not bad. 60.4. But we're going up to 360. Which is what, a factor of 5? We need 5 times the pressure we have now. And tier 4 drills require lots of osmium. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so I need to do some math here real quick. If we drop one of these, right? If we drop one of these healthy boys here, you give me what? Pressure is 360. Pressure is 13. Wow, a single one of these is more than all 16 of my tier 3s put together. Energy 45 versus energy 8. Wow, even having one tier 4 drill is better than all of these combined. And these are actually, oh, I was gonna say I just dumped some resources on the floor. I was gonna say these actually are fairly space efficient, so resource efficient. Okay, so we got that. What do we got here? Iron. Hey, remember how we said we were low on iron? We seem to have had a sort of answer for that. Oh dear, we're gonna be so overrun with aluminum for a bit. All right, so I got to figure out what I'm doing with all my excess aluminum because I have a lot of it. Got 2 there. Okay. 4. Okay, I have enough for 1, and I should be able to pick up that 1. Okay. All right, so we've officially gone up to 1 tier 4 drill. We need the super to make more. Oh dear. Osmium is going to be the killer there. Hang on, let me look at terraforming. Okay, pressure is going up significantly faster, even with just 1 tier 4 drill. Okay, so the goal right now is we need to... Gosh, I have so much aluminum. Dump the titanium. I have no silicon. Okay. Well, that shoots that in the foot right away. Okay, we need one more, we need one more dump. Let's put it right here. I need one more dump just so I can fill it with aluminum. There we go. And then titanium was full. Okay, let's tear down the rest of these. Okay, so as of the moment, what we need to do is we need to be able to produce more super. Okay, we've officially torn down all of the tier 3s. We have 1 tier 4. We desperately need to get more tier 4s, but we don't have the resources we need to do that. So we gotta focus on farming some of that real quick. All right, and then both of you, oh golly, I have 2 full chests of aluminum, 2 full chests of titanium, which is not bad, but it's like, well, now what, you know? If I remember, I need a lot of silicon in order to produce what I need here. Oh, there's silicon there. I need silicon to produce my super. I need to make a bunch of super real quick. And then I'm going to use that super to make hopefully a couple more. Oh, more iron. I don't need the iron. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. I want to try nibble of this. That's not bad. You said it's a little soft because it's reheated, but yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, I could go for more of those. That was pretty good. Do a date night and split one of those. I'd be down for that. Oh, are you gonna buy a bunch? Do we have space in the freezer? Okay. I'm like, do we have space? And she goes, I'll make space. Fair enough. Oh, I'm also gonna need some magnesium. I just realized magnesium. We only have like 3 rows of magnesium. So it's one of the resources I have not been collecting on my journeys out, just because we've had so little use for it currently. But with me making a bunch of super to throw out more drills, they're going to be necessary here pretty quick. Oh, there's so much silicon. I'm so glad we have all this bumper of silicon outside. Oh, magnesium. Honey, it's almost the weekend. Remember when my car broke down a week ago and we had to wait 10 days to get it in? We're almost there. I'm so excited. So excited to get my car in to have it looked at so they can fix it, hopefully. I hope they fix it because I have had that car for like 7 years and I love that thing. One-handed flying because my Red Bull's on the wrong side of the on the wrong side of the board. Okay. Although realistically I could have eaten those and brought 2 more back. Okay, so Silicon, we had no silicon. Magnesium, we were low. Okay. So first things first, we need to start hitting up the super production. And then as soon as we do, okay, that's immediately an issue. We only have 2 more osmium, which means we are going to have to work that out. That's an issue. Put you down there. And I believe I have, hang on, do I have access to that yet? I do. Explosive and uranium. But the only fuse I have is an oxygen fuse. Okay, so that's less helpful. Oh golly, I have so much crap. Well, in that case, how soon do we get an auto crafter? I have the auto crafter. Hang on. We're going to save those 2 for an auto crafter. Because as soon as we get an auto crafter, it'll save me the manual labor of doing this myself. And I'd much rather have an auto crafter right now than the other stuff. So let's just do that. Okay, I require 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that should be it. So we should be able to go 1, 2, 3. Oh snap! I don't have the rod ability yet. Oof, you're 750. Oh boy, that's kind of expensive. We need oxygen to get this guy. Oxygen. What are we currently using for oxygen? Oxygen 280, oxygen 128, oxygen 1100. The biodome is my best oxygen creator currently. So if we were to make one of these, for example, I don't have the sulfur for that. See, we're hitting that point of the game where we have like 9 bottlenecks, and they all are pointing at the same resources, which doesn't give us many options to get there, because we really need the terraforming to go up. The only options at this point is to launch more rockets or to expand the infrastructure. The problem is the infrastructure is limited on what we can do currently. Okay, so biomass is going up. Plants multiplier. Oxygen rocket is not for... Oh no, that's insect. Do we have the oxygen rocket? Hang on. I need to check that. Do we have access to the oxygen rocket? No, we have plant rocket. Oh, oxygen, why are you so imbalanced right now? Fertilizer, we could do some plant rockets, though. How much super... Hi, Mr. Tigger. Hello, sir. 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's right there.
Oh, orange. I thought it was a bird.
No, it's a Tigger. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, Mr. Tigger. Come on. I'm really hoping I have a massive load of parts in today in the mail. Come here. Tigger, you should come sit on my lap. Come here. That's my boy.
No.
Oh, I gotcha. I got him. I got the boy. Good sir. You should come snuggle with us. Well, I mean, snuggle with me. Hey, Tigger. See if I can coax a kitty onto my lap here. Okay, we need fur. Oh, escape. Turn. Go this way. Look that way. 4. Hey, Tigger. Come here. You should come sit on my lap. Come on. The problem is Tigger is very like, it has to be on his terms or else he's not doing it. Come here. No, not Berlioz. Berlioz will... I mean, you just smile at Berlioz and he'll come running. Tigger's like an emo teenager. Yeah, Tigger's like an emo teenager. He will not do it unless he wants to do it. And even then, he's cranky about it half the time. Wow, that's a screen. Nice. All right, so that gives us 4 rockets towards plants. So now biomass should be much happier. There we go. Biomass is going up. I don't remember if... Oh, he might just want water. Yeah, I can go do that. Yeah, see, we can get the tier 2 flower spreader here in a second. Because of that. Hang on, I gotta go feed a cat. I'll be right back. I'm coming, Tigger. Off. Our whole house. Because mine didn't have a pressure either. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if that's water heater based or what that's based. Hey, we got the tier 2 flower spreader. See, the tier 2 can give us oxygen and plant, which would be useful. And we might actually get into beehives earlier this round, if we can. Okay, so we got the tier 2 flower spreader, right? That was the one we just got. No, you look fine. Okay, so real quick here, I need another round. Wow, this sucks that we didn't get the thingy. We don't have the rod yet. Okay. Okay, so last time I checked, I believe we had torn down... Yeah, we had torn down our only oxygen are those 3 there and the dome in the back. These spreaders can give us plants 34. This one gives us plants 8. So we're currently actually going for plants by going for the tree spreaders. We do have most of the resources required to make them, though. Because it's only 4 of those and then 4 water, and I can just go grab water from these guys out here. I was about to say, how come that's... Wait, what? Why was that one out of water? We're gonna put that there because I'm not convinced that it's not having issues with the water there. Okay. These are tier 2 flowers, which if I remember right, I should be able to throw some gold seeds in. Yeah. Yeah, so let's come out here. We're gonna throw down a couple of tier 2s, throw down some gold flowers. Oxygen is 1.56. 1.56. I think that's 1.1. Is that right? It'd be oxygen, yeah. 6 times 200, 1.5 versus 1.1. Yeah, so these are now officially producing more oxygen than that guy over there. And we can throw this guy down. Oh, would there be a hang on, I need to see. Did we cover this up or could we? Oh, we can put him there. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh gosh, where's that going to go in the house? Okay, we'll have to take out the entire living room to put that in. Guests come over. How come you don't have a couch? We have that. All we have is that. Yeah, we're gonna. There's not enough room for 3. There's not enough room for 3. Hey now. We are not getting rid of my magic stuff. Thank you very much. I have spent way too much money on that to get rid of any of it. Okay. We need another round of stuff. We need more. We desperately need more sulfur. Hang on. Let me grab a food and a water, and we're going to head over to the sulfur biome and bring back as much as we can. Also, let's eat one of those before we go. Okay, we're heading out to sulfur. This is going to be a super obnoxious trip here. We need as much sulfur as we can get our hands on, and then we also need thought you were spazzing out over there for a minute. I was like, what is happening next to me? Okay, just checking. I'm surprised that's a phrase that hasn't been deemed inappropriate yet. Spazzing out. She wasn't completely panini'd. Or gazeboed, yeah. That's one of those words that, or phrases, I'm sure is going to get ostracized from society due to its original reference. Because that one leans into the hard R. That's what that phrase would come from. Would be from that. It's the same line as when people say like smooth brain and stuff like that. Because smooth brain refers to intelligence based on, because like the more ridges your brain has, the more electrical currents it gets, and the more currents it gets, the more intelligent you can be. It doesn't mean you are intelligent, it means you can be more intelligent based on the number of ridges in your brain. Because the brain is a supercomputer of ridges with electrical currents jumping between ridges, and that's how the brain works. And so the more ridges you have, the more intelligent you can be. The less ridges you have, in theory, by definition and technicality, the less intelligent you would be. The problem is that has also been synonymized with mental disability. The smooth brain has been synonymized with mental disability. So, and that's where things get real convoluted in speech when you're trying to have, you know, good conversations with people and not be too insensitive and stuff. Let's see. We require man, trying to find sulfur is so hard. See, and my opinion is actually very similar to what is said. Oh, I need to swing by somewhere with oxygen. I think the closest oxygen, is there one right inside here with osmium? I thought I left a building right here. Okay, the next closest then is iridium. See, I'm of the opinion of, so like in one of the cop shows, I don't remember which one it's from, but one of the cop shows, there's this lady, and she gets upset because the officer who's training her is really, really hard on her, right? She's a really nice lady, and her officer that's training her is really mean to her. Puts her through a lot of crap, drags her through the dirt all the time. And then there's this other lady that comes in, and he's really nice to her. And she's like super upset because she's like, how come you're treating her so well and treating me so poor? And he goes, well, she just came back from war, and she doesn't believe that anywhere on Earth is safe or good or wholesome. She thinks the whole world is evil. So I'm teaching her that there are places and people that she can lean on and trust. And he says, and then you're soft. You've come from a world where no one can do evil and everyone's good and happy, which is also not good. And he says, so I'm trying to toughen you up and I'm trying to soften her. So her circumstances has made her overly hard and your circumstances have made you overly soft. And so he's trying to maintain balance in both of their characters based on what they are dealing with. And I'm much more of that opinion, where it's like there's this like whole conversation about like bullying and stuff, where like bullying is bad, and it's like yes and no. You need a certain amount of like, kids need to wrestle in the dirt to a degree, you know, not all the time. Like you don't want one person just going around and abusing everyone. That's not the point. But you need to have like, people need to have tough experiences and they need to learn to be strong. Because if they're not, if the whole world is coddling them, they will never be strong. And then they will never have good responses to tough times, right? They will complain and play victim instead of saying, there's a problem, let's fix it, right? You want people to be smart and people to be strong. That way, when bad times come, everyone is safer and more prepared for the circumstances, right? So you want people to be smart and strong. You don't want people to be soft and entitled. So it's like, and it's a trade-off, right? There's that whole saying about like, you know, hard times make strong men make good times make weak men make hard times. It's exactly that. From a religious standpoint, they call it the pride cycle, where you have these cycles of like prosperity leads to complacency and overzeal. I don't know what the phrase is for that. Basically, they get too happy and too rich, and then they become too proud, and then they become bitter and harsh towards others, and they start to treat people bad, and then they have some catastrophic event that humbles them, and then they like either lose everything or have to start over, and then they become humble again, and they have to work their way back up. And so it's this ever-flowing cycle of like trying to find the best and most wholesome place for your, you know, your soul to be in. That way you're responding correctly to the things around you and not lashing out one direction or the other, you know. All right, how are we doing? We are just about full. We got quite a bit of sulfur, which is good because we need explosive powder. We also need more there. This location could honestly, where's the, I have a sulfur thing over here. There's also this guy here. What are you? You're good. You're cool looking. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to slap down another building right here by this sulfur node. Right here by this thingy. I'm going to put you here. And then we want one locker. Dump everything. Okay. The goal is to try to get as many of the natural resources that are good off of the ground and get them in chests. Because if they're in chests, I can just swing by and just snag them later, and they're good. So like I'm grabbing all the aluminum, I'm grabbing all the sulfur. Eventually you get to a point where there's no sulfur left on the ground in here, and then the only way you get sulfur is by drilling it or finding it in other like caves or sources. See, in this, because we've turned down the speed of the terraforming, resources become more valuable because you have to scale up harder in order to make up the difference. And that sucks, right? When everything is great, you're like, yeah, no problem, I can do whatever I want. But when resources become tighter, it takes more effort and more resources and time in order to make up the same difference, right? And that's where we're at, is it's like, because we have limited, I'm hurrying to, like, I'm trying to speed certain, I'm trying to speed up certain processes so that we can fast forward to certain technologies that will make up the difference. Once you get to the tier 1, or basically tier 2 on drills, once you get tier 2 extractors on, you're basically set, because at that point, whatever you are missing, you can just slap down a couple of drills in that area and just wait, and you will make up the difference, right? But the hard part is we're not to that stage yet. So that's where we're struggling, is it's like, we know what we need and we know where it's at, but it's limited. And as long as it's limited, we're going to have to be careful with it. Also, just saying, for future note, I was thinking I might look into doing some Subnautica runs as well on my channel soon. Oh, welcome everybody, episode 14 starting here. But yeah, I was thinking I might do some Subnautica runs too, because Subnautica plays and feels very similar to this, just with more like natural dangers. You know, like there's predators and stuff like that. Lots of predators. Below Zero is my favorite though. Subnautica Below Zero. That one's my favorite. The first one's not bad. I like the second one a little bit better because it's not quite so big. It's deeper versus wider. The first one was very wide. You had to travel an extreme distance to get to the caves, and then the caves, like you'd travel halfway across the map to go straight down, to turn around and go straight back. Which was very obnoxious. Okay, I think I'm running low on sulfur. I think we've harvested most of what's here. I'm not really seeing much more. That was one of the last hills I could think of. Yeah, I think we're about done here. Okay. And that's good, because that means we can move on. Okay, let's head here. All right, I need that for sure. Organized. Let's leave the aluminum here. Let's just take the sulfur home. And I think I left a bunch at this other one over here too. Let's swing by the iridium and see if there's anything good there that I left. One nice thing about my scheduling here for my content and stuff is I've been able to spread it out a bit, which has been fun. So I can like hit one game really religiously for a bit and then like take a break. And then I have so much content back recorded for it that it lasts, you know, a couple weeks. And then I can come back and hit them when I'm refreshed and rejuvenated and ready to play. All right, what do we need here? I think that's what we need of those resources. Okay, we are heading home. We have a full inventory of goodies here, which I'm very excited to bring home. Because I need to make some explosive powder. If I make explosive powder, I have one fuse I can throw down, and then we can throw that down on the oxygen, which will be really helpful. We're almost to the stage where it's worth exploring again. Generally speaking, I want to get up to at least super rods before I explore too much. And the reason why is the resources that you can find are generally related to your loot stage or your terraforming stage. So the further into the game you are, the better stuff you can find in looting and chests and stuff like that. There was 2 aluminum I just flew over. But yeah, so basically I want to at least be able to have the opportunity to find super rods, because super rods will save us a ton of time and resources. Also, we have this wreck here. I also found another wreck, by the way. There is another wreck I found over by the... Yeah, over there, the secret rocks. One of those is the regular secret rocks that we did last time. It's the one that you have to have 5 key cards to. But the other one is not. I didn't know the other one was there. I just barely found it and was like, what? I'm very excited for that one. But we have to get up to explosives first, and we're not there. Soon, but not yet. The nice thing is our MTI, our terraforming index, is going up very high right now, or very high, very fast. We've thrown enough infrastructure pieces in that we're making some pretty good progress. Okay. Dump you. Keep 2. No, keep 4. Give me 2 iridium. Oh, not that one. This one. Give me 2 explosives, and then we require 1 uranium rod, 2 iron, 1 cobalt, and 1 oxygen fuse. Okay. Because what I want to do is I want to throw one of these down. Yeah, here we go. 1 machine with 1 fuse. This will point at that and those 2. Cool. So you guys are now up to 1100, and you... I never know where to look at this one. Does this have a... Normally you can look at them and it'll tell you what percentage it's giving you. I can never tell on that one. On that piece. Is it on top? No. Is it from the side? No. I don't know. I can never remember on that one. Okay. All right, so we got that done. That's good. What's next? So we're waiting on... Oh, pressure. I need to see our pressure again real quick. How are we doing here? Okay, we are up to 120. At 360, we unlock the tier 2 extractor. We do require 750 though first, because we have to have the super alloy rods in order to make the tier 2 drills. So we got to at least get that up. Super alloy. Oh, how's this one doing? We launched a bunch of rockets of this one. Plants. We launched 4 plants rocket, which has been helpful. We got some tier 2 spreaders. We have 4 rockets launched. We're still forever away from insects, so that's going to be a hot minute. We did get gas, but gas doesn't really help much at this stage. The one gas, yeah, we can get mutagen, but we don't have any recipes that require mutagen yet either, or the tier 2 fertilizer. Okay. And then how are we doing over here? We've got a healthy... Oh! The mushrooms are the ones that I always need to make sure I'm grabbing, because I just need so many of them. Oh, we can also do another round of fertilizer too, because we have all of these eggplants grown. And then we just did that massive round of sulfur. And then I forget, what are you? Algae? Algae, the other ingredient there. Cool. Dump you guys, grab you. I need more algae. Ooh. Hitting the wrong button. Okay. We still have a crap ton there. Here, dump you for now. Grab you. We need water. That's not much. Let's go for more. Grab me that. Grab me that. So I'm so excited. I placed a few really large orders for some magic cards, and I'm really excited for them to get here. There's a couple specific things that I really wanted to get into, or I wanted to expand on. I got new mana rocks that I'm really excited for. Oh, not that one, this one. Oop. There we go. Cool. And then we need you guys. We don't need... Okay, let's see here. We need to dump the water. Dump the water. Dump the bio. We need the bioplastic because certain pieces later on, like, it's 3 bioplastics per water, like, water collector. So it's like, we need, like, 50 bioplastic over the course of the full playthrough. And we'll see. We'll see with the 20% slower terraforming. We can explore while waiting for the TI. Maybe grab some super and osmium, make more fertilizer. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Primarily right now, though, I want to dump the silicon. Dump that one. In fact, I'm just going to eat that one because that's the odd man out, and we'll never need it not. And so it'll just take up space forever. Let's go like that. I should have done it the other way around. Oh well. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of waiting on the terraforming index a little bit before I go out too far. I want to at least get to 750 before I do any major looting, because the types of resources I will need from that we don't have access to yet. Okay, we're down to 3 eggplants. Good. Dump the 1 algae, dump the sulfur, and then we're going to grab whatever's left over here of the algae here. I used up most of it, and so I need to get this all harvested and put away. Oh, did the catastrophic failure come out today, or is that tomorrow? One of my 7 days videos that's coming out soon was so much fun. I attempted to build above ground for the first time in ages, and it of course collapsed, and I got angry. And I was like, fine, I'm gonna build on the ground again. It was very funny. Because I was like mid-conversation about stability or whatever, and then it collapsed. And I just like stared at it and went, fine. And then started over. Ooh, hit the wrong button. Okay, cool. So currently... get us some beans. Okay. So look in here. Yeah, that's pretty fast, but it's going to be a hot minute. So we still have to wait a while for that one. We also need the super rods before we can make them. We're a third of the way there, terraforming index size-wise. Plants, we need 80 before we unlock beehives, but we also require the incubator before we can do anything with it. That's 5. That's 5 GTI. Oh my gosh, it's so expensive. Okay, well in that case, oh, we got the lake water collectors. Cool. Oxygen, we're up to 20. Yeah, if we just ignore that one for a while, it'll catch up. And we'll get the tier 4 heaters. I need the tier 4 heaters. The tier 3 to tier 4 jump is so wild. Like, it is so big of a difference. Yeah, eat that, dump those. Okay, so we're going to do another harvesting run. We need cobalt. We need everything except for aluminum and titanium. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of mining real quick here. We got some areas that we can scour real fast. Oh, I had all those resources back at the other one too that I didn't bring back. That's true. The problem is I'm less incentivized to go like to Iridium and bring those goodies back, just because it is so the travel time. The travel time is so bad. But it's okay. We'll just gather what we have nearby real quick. Except for the titanium, we have too much titanium. And then, yeah, the terraforming is going up quite fast. I'm not going to lie. That's very, very good. That is one nice thing about games like this, is that when you know what you're doing and like what your time frame is, you can basically just build your infrastructure and then just go away, you know. You're like, I've done this and now I'm just going to let it go and I'm going to leave. And then I'll come back to resources later, you know. I'll come back to stuff like, it's like another good example is like the algae, right? You're like, we really need algae. Throw down 3 algae generators, leave. Come back later, it's fully grown. It's like, ah, yeah. How we doing? Okay, about one more row. No titanium. All the silicon though. Silicon's very valuable because we use it in our rockets too. Oh, so I have this, it's not a joke per se, but it's kind of like this thought thing about like, in my original playthroughs, I would launch 50 of each rocket by the time I had finished the game, just because it was fun. I'm going to have to launch like 50 of each rocket on this playthrough, just because our terraforming is slowed down. So we have to launch the rockets to catch up. There's also a good chance I might be doing double. So normally I would do like 8 tier 5s of the different pieces. I would do 8 of each and then call it a day. I might be doing 16 tier 5s this playthrough, which is a lot. That's a lot more resources, a lot more infrastructure. I'll probably fly to like the other end of the map and build, you know, a full thing and then leave it. Okay, what do we have that we can do while we're waiting? We're waiting on terraforming to go up. We can do some light exploring. We could do bring some resources back. I can make more super. But if I'm doing that, I need more silicon. Okay, let's go do another silicon run. Let's go visit the aluminum drills and at least bring those goodies home. It's funny though, because I'll play this and it makes me want to play Subnautica, and then I'll play Subnautica and it makes me want to play this. It's funny how that works. Subnautica has a killer soundtrack. This game soundtrack is not bad, but the other one has a killer soundtrack. And then the even just the basic wildlife aspect of the other game is really good. I had harvested all around all this magnesium for ages and just left it all. And now I like finally have a reason to come grab it. Always grab the silicon. Okay, oh, there's another silicon over there. Alrighty. I'm so excited. I bought a ton of mana rocks for Magic the Gathering. I'm so excited. I have my favorite set of mana rocks, and they have had a lot of reprints, and so I recently, just like yesterday, I picked up like 70 of them because they're really cheap, so I bought a bunch. Okay, full inventory. Cool, cool. All right, I'm going to throw down a couple rounds of super. And then depending... I need to make sure I'm pulling the bark in. Yeah, every time I swing by, I need to double check on the bark as well. Okay, magnesium is almost full. Silicon, drop the silicon. Is there no ore to mine beneath the water right by your base? Not really, no. Not much. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, there's like maybe 10 total. I've scoured my area pretty good at this point, so there's not really a lot to work with there. Cobalt, iron, magnesium, titanium. Cool. All right, that gives me a bunch of super. Oh, I need to come over here and visit you. Dump you guys there. And one of the things in this game is, one of the options is always just to launch a bunch of rockets. Like, if you're ever trapped, or like if your terraforming isn't going up, like you can always just launch like 10 rockets and it'll help a lot. So currently though, I need the iridium for that. I always forget which one is iridium. I want to say it's cobalt. Oh, and then uranium. Ooh, I'm low on uranium. Okay, I require one of you. I think it's these ones. I need to call in some iridium. Oh, no, that's uranium. Iridium's the other one. Just kidding. We need the silicon, which we are one shy. Okay, let's go snag one more of those, and then we'll launch a couple rockets. Get some more iridium coming down from the sky. And iridium, calling down iridium is always faster than drilling early game. Like, it's so much. It's not even close. Like, it would take like 10 tier 1 drills to match launching like 3 rockets, you know? And the rocket requirement resource wise is significantly cheaper and faster. Okay. Any more silicon? I want to scour what silicon I can right now too, because we're going to be launching a lot of rockets. There's a good chance I'm going to launch these rockets. I'm going to launch like 2 or 3 and then immediately make like 4 more and then launch them immediately again. So I'm just going to keep scouring the silicon. All the silicon. Oh, also one thing I was thinking of doing on occasion, I might do like an odd man out night every once in a while, where I just like pick a random game that I like and then like stream that, and then just have just a gentle series of that appear for like a week, and that's it. Oh, also fun news for you guys. There's a good chance that next week, so my cousin and I have been doing Halo 1 Master Chief Collection on Legendary, and there's a good chance that I will be releasing that soon, either next week. Well, we'll see. He and I are scheduled to hang out and play Sunday afternoon. We're through, what is it, Assault on the Control Room. We're up to the library, so we've played through Assault on the Control Room on Legendary. And then we were going to hang out on Saturday or Sunday and play the last 4 or 5 missions of Halo 1 on Legendary. And then I was going to be releasing those. Yeah, we want the iridium rockets. But yeah, the plan is I've got the first 5 or 6 episodes recorded. And the first 5 or 6 episodes are hilarious because like I'm super, super sick during them, and my cousin is semi-sick, so I'm sick and he's sick, and so you just have 2 sniffly Oh, and my mic is bad. My mic is all blown out. So it's like my mic's blown out, his mic's blown out. I'm giggling like a 10-year-old. He's giggling like a 10-year-old. We're both stickering a dog. And we're just playing Halo. It was a great time. It was so much fun. Oh, I need hang on. I need this thingy. Deconstructor, 2 silicon, 2 magnesium. But yeah, that's one I've been wanting to release for a while now, but for the life of me, I was unable to meet up with him to finish it. But we officially have, in theory, this weekend we're gonna have time to finish, and then I'll release that so you guys can watch. It's very funny. The first half was so good. I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing so hard. I watched it the other day because it's already up to YouTube. I just haven't released it yet, the first half, because I wanted to get all of it recorded at once and then release it all in sequence, so it'd be like 1 episode every day for like a week and a half, because I think there's like 8 or 9 episodes of that. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna release those soon, and I'm super excited for those. Okay, I need to unpin you. Okay, so we ordered in 2. Whoop, Kitty. Hi. Come here. You want to come sit by me? See if I can sneak a kitty. Come here. That's my boy. Hello, sir. You want to come sit on my lap? You have fallen right into my trap, kitty. All right. Come here. Yeah, sit down. Ready? Sit. There. I have catnapped a kitty. Problem is I got to give him enough tummy rubs that he settles. There we go. Oh, kitty kisses. Thank you, sir. Well, you also didn't kitty nap him. What is that called? Something syndrome? What's that called? When you're kidnapped and then you like your kidnapper after a while or whatever. Stockholm? Yeah. Having Stockholm syndrome with my cat. I catnapped him, snagged him off the ground and threw him on my lap, and he's like, if I give him kitty kisses, he'll be nice to me. Hi. To be fair though, he does like snuggling on my lap. It just takes a minute to get him on my lap. Once he's there, he's usually pretty chill and happy to be there. It's just, you know, it's that thing about like cats are like emo teenagers, you know. They only want love on their terms and when they want it. And the rest of the time, don't touch me. All right, I think that's all of our meteors coming down. Hard part is providing enough tummy rubs and ear rubs. Here's what we'll do. I'll rub him with my right hand while I'm flying with my left. See, I'm smart. Hi. And say if I don't pet him enough, then he'll hop off. So. Oh, the purrs. Hello, sir. You happy floof. Monsieur de la Floof. I'm gonna have the next time we have a kitty, I'm gonna name him that. Monsieur de la Floof. And everyone who ever comes over to kitty sit will be super confused. Because his nickname would just be Floof. Like George.
And I'd be like, hey, this is over kitty sit for lunch.
That's actually really funny. That's as funny as that's equally funny of a name for an animal versus like a super wild name versus a super normal name. Because people name their cat like Mr. Whiskers or something, but like, you know, naming him like Mr. Larson or Monsieur de la Floof. I like De La Floof because then you can have his nickname be Floof. Monsieur. Okay. Come here, Monsieur. He just looks at you like, what? What do you want? Ooh. I gotta keep an eye on my oxygen while I'm out here doing this. Oh, and we're getting to evening. You can tell because it's weird. The lighting gets so orange in the evening. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I'm looking to do. I want to see if there's an option to like disable the viewer count, like make it so you can't see the viewer count. Because I have noticed that about myself, that I do better when I'm just playing and not paying attention to viewer count. There's a content creator who talks about that, about like content creators that if their count is high, they think they're doing something right, and if their count is low, they think they've done something wrong. And that's not necessarily the truth, because people come and go as they're available. I know that's certainly true for me. There's also a lot of people that only show up for like a specific type of content, and then once it's gone, they leave, you know? Like people that will only watch Planet Crafter. Alrighty, where's my... Yes, you mentioned the view counts previously. Yeah, I've mentioned that in the past. It's just relevant again because I looked at the count. Oh, here we go. I mentioned it because it was relevant. All right, let's check over the ridge. Oh, nothing there. Oh, here's some. And I am almost full. Okay. Point towards home and then rub the ears. Rub the kitty ears. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The new 7 days armor update doesn't feel much different. It really doesn't. Some of the other things they did in the update are fun, but like the actual like armor itself changes are not that important to me. Hi, kitty. Are you gonna? Oh, I think my kitty's about to hop off my lap. Oh, you ready to hop off? All right. He'll snuggle on my lap for a minute, and then when he's ready to get off, he'll like do this little nose bump thingy where he'll like nose bump the underside of my wrist to like let me know he's ready to hop off. And then he'll hop over into the pink chair next to me and he'll curl up and fall asleep. So it's like he's done being on my lap, but he's not done hanging out, you know? Because now he's snuggled on the... Oh, and he's asleep in the pink chair. What a boy. So we'll get 2 kitties, honey. We'll get 2 more kitties after our boys are gone, and we'll name one. Okay, and his name will be Mr. Larson. And then we'll get a Norwegian for mine. So yours will be a little cream colored with like the color scheme you like, but we'll get him in like a munchkin. And then mine will be a Norwegian forest cat, and we'll name him no De La Floof, and his nickname will be Monsieur. His nickname will be Monsieur or Floof. Monsieur De La Floof. He's Italian. You're not gonna find this. You're gonna find this at the end of a rainbow. Oh, Raisin Bran. He made everyone break character when he did that. It was so funny. So weirdly enough, when we've been calling down meteors, none of the meteors have been hitting the tower, and none of them have been hitting the water, which is weird. Yeah, see, look, not a single meteor hits. Yeah, the mechanics of how the meteors are coming in is based on where you place the platform. And you end up with really weird things with that. You watch only Planet Crafter in 7 days, you're one of the best players that well. Thank you, especially 7 days shows you have at least more than 800 hours. And I'm one. Oh, the only one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a good one. I really like that game. Weirdly enough, that game has felt with the new update, a lot of people were like, the game is significantly harder since the update, I have had no problem with that game since the update. I've been massacring everything. All right, welcome everybody. This is episode 15 of The Ring. We've been grinding up. Quick recap: we've been grinding up some resources. We launched some rockets. We did a super thingy. We did a couple sulfur runs. Oh, we're already back up to a bunch of resources again. Ooh, if I can click. Yeah, I really like 7 Days. 7 Days is one of my favorites. Planet Crafter is one of my favorites. 7 Days is one of my favorites. I think they're in the cliff. What's in the cliff? The other resources that we missed? Could be. All right, we need to dump our goods here. We got crop. Give me that. Dump that. And then we need sulfur for the rest. Cool. Look at all those goodies. I love it. And then trade ya. And then we need... Oh, not you. We need water and we need... Oh, we have silicon. I was about to say, we need water and silicon. I went, I don't have any silicon. No, we do. We're good. We're good. Okay. Get some bioplastic going here. I am on the verge, though, of redoing my audio mic again. Listening to it, it's a little more... I don't know how to describe it. It's like I'm talking while yawning. That's kind of how it sounds to me when I listen to my voice on currently. It's not bad. Like, it's fairly clear, but it's still a little funky, you know? All right, so we need 5 of you. Oh. We need another... Whoops. We need another one of you. Like that. Okay. And then we need a round of super, which we don't have. Okay. So we need 2 of everything. How are we doing? 350. Oop. We're up to 350 on our terraforming. Okay, so that should be 5. So we have 5 more rockets. We do not have the super, though, to launch it. We do have the resources for it. Okay. Whoops. See, this is why I want the autocrafter. I want the autocrafter so I can just tell it to make it, and then I don't have to keep arguing with how much is in my inventory as I do it. There we go. But yeah, we definitely want more rockets. And just terraforming, just increasing the terraforming in general through the rockets is really good. It's a modifier that you don't have to pay for with with power and scaling later. So like you can have 1 tier 5 and then have 1,000 rockets launched, and it's the exact same power versus 1,000 tier 5 drills and 1 rocket launch. You know what I mean? The rocket launching scales up your progression really well, and it doesn't cost you energy or resources beyond the initial investment. So it's very, very easy. Okay, so we got all that. That's enough for 5 more rockets. How are we doing? Oh, we need iridium. Okay, so most of it needs to be silicon. That's at least 2 silicon. Crap, I need a bunch of silicon. We might have to do a silicon run again real quick. Oh well, it's okay. We're good for the resources anyway. Whoa. Oh, it's an iron. Okay. I had 1 hand on the keyboard and 1 hand on my Red Bull. There we go. Oh, I was about to say, what is that? It is a glowing chunk of ground. It is a single iridium. It's cool though, we'll take it. I'll need to come through here and do a cobalt run too soon, because there's a crap ton of cobalt that's just abandoned there. Oh golly, we're gonna have so many rockets. Yeah, this playthrough is going to be very rocket heavy, out of necessity to make up the difference. It's going to be so expensive to keep up with the terraforming. And I'm not gonna lie, depending on how it plays though, I might see about setting all future playthroughs at like 90% terraforming instead of 100. Because one of my playthroughs, I increased the terraforming level, and then one of them this one now I've decreased, and then the rest were all normal, I believe. But I might look to decreasing it to 90% for all future ones. But we'll see. Like I've said in the past, I'm not a huge fan of the playthroughs that run for like 50, 60, 70 episodes. Partly just because it takes forever to do them. Because if you figure 60 episodes, right? That's 2 months per playthrough. So for you guys to watch a single playthrough would be 2 months worth of me posting videos for a single playthrough. If I'm launching 2 videos a day, then it's 30, but that's still a long time, you know? Although, something else I was looking at, the random resources, the random ore spawn resources, that might be my next playthrough. The random starting resources. And realistically, I was thinking about that. The random ore splay, no, that's what I was just talking about. That'll probably be the next playthrough. The random ores. If you guys remind me, if I don't forget, that could be the next playthrough. It is one that I'm excited to do. I did sit down and like play the first like hour or 2 of it just to see like how it went. And what it basically turns into is your wrecks are your primary resources early on because everything is limited. So it's like your chests and especially your ships is where you get the majority of your basic resources. Best case scenario, you get like iron and super as 2 of the resources that spawn. That's best case scenario. Iridium's another one. So if you have like iridium, best case scenario would be like iridium, super, uranium. So iridium, uranium, super, and iron. I think those 4 are the best case, and then you just collect the rest from the chests. I think that's best case scenario. For some reason, I usually have zeolite as one of my basic resources that spawns, which is really obnoxious because it's not used until like 2/3 of the way through the game, and then when you do, you need like almost none. So, okay, so real quick here, let's see how we're doing. Are those all pressure, the ones that I've been launching? Definitely. We're at 93,000. 93,000. It's good though, because we need the tier 2 extractor. Also, just having that high will greatly increase the terraforming index as general. It's fun but can be grindy, like I had cobalt obsidian swapped and I heavily relied on ship looting. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, dump you 2. Take that. Take those 2. Okay, so right now we need to let these storms do their thing. In fact, while we're waiting, let's do a round of collecting here. We're kind of on the boring, grindy bit before we get to go do something fun. Because, like, I'm straight up though, I'm seriously considering waiting to 750 before I do any more shipwreck looting. At least 750. Because at that point I can then get super rods from the wrecks and the chests. And those are both so incredibly powerful and useful at this stage of the game that it's like worth waiting. Eggplants. Is there more eggplants ready? No. Okay, let's turn what we have here. Uno mas. Okay, there we go. And then dump the rest of the sulfur. We need osmium. That's one of our bottlenecks right now. We need osmium so that we can throw down more tier 4 drills. So here's where we're at. Where we're at game wise is we need a tier 2 drill on osmium. That is priority number 1. We need a osmium. We also need a super drill or 2. Super drills are not I don't know. They are super valuable, but at the same time, they're also not. They are because they save a lot of the other grindies, but at the same time, though, they're so darn far away from here that we would have to dedicate like 2 or 3 massive trips each time to be able to get any value out of it. One of the options, though, is you take a chest full of super, or a chest full of aluminum. So you take like a full backpack's worth of aluminum and put it in one of these tier 2 lockers at the super cave with the tier 2 extractors. So you have one of these full of aluminum, and then you slap down an auto crafter and tell it to make super, and then it'll just suck up a bunch of the excess resources for you, so that when you show up to collect it, you have less to either throw away or pack home, because then you'll double up on how much super you're getting. Okay, we're at 400. How is our storms going? There's no way we're done. There we go. I was gonna say, we're gonna be here a minute. So in the meantime, what can we work on while we're waiting? Super is out. We don't have enough silicon or iron to really make any more super. Hang on. How much are you guys? You take super. Dang. If you didn't take super, we could throw down a bunch more of you because we have all of the fertilizer too. Do I have enough for, say, 4? No, we don't. Okay. The problem is the way the meteors seem to work is if I leave, the meteors will continue to fall around me as I move away, and then it widens my area that I have to clean up after. So I don't want to... That's one of the reasons why I'm not worried about getting hit by a meteor. I'm worried about moving where the meteors land, because then it's a wider area to clean up after, and it's just wasting time at that point. Okay, let's do this so we can try and get two more of the tier 2 flower spreaders going, because we need more super. Ooh, we're actually through all of our aluminum. Look at that. Okay, we need 3. And we need... Oof, we're out of water. Funny enough, though, 3 water collectors seems to be not bad for one player at this stage of the game. Like, that's not bad. We are keeping up with most of what we're doing. Let's come in here, grab 2 more super. Legendary. Legendary? Golden. I was like, neither of those are correct. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. More flower spreaders. 1 and... Come on. 2. 1 there. Oop. 1 there. There we go. That should help oxygen a lot. Okay, let's check over here. Oop, somebody's messaging me. Okay, so heat is still going up very slowly. Who is messaging me? Oh, I'm about to have an Amazon package delivered. Nice. Hey, we're speeding our way towards the tier 2 ore extractor, so that's good. How is this going? We're up to 21 out of 80, but like we said, we have to reach the incubator, which is 5 GTI. So that's going to be a minute. Oxygen, we're actually getting fairly close to the tier 4 heaters, which I'm very excited for. I really want to break down all of this and then throw down like 2 of the big heaters instead. Stick 2 like tier 4s over there and call it a day. Okay, water. Dump the water. We're almost done. Just waiting for the rest of the meteors to hit. We can do a massive round and get a bajillion iridium rods. 1 for super and 1 for super rods. Yeah, something like that. The main issue, though, is we don't have the technology for super rods yet. That is part of what we're waiting for. The super rods is at 750 and we're at 429. So that's one of the things we're waiting on. As soon as we get that, we'll be able to expand on. There isn't really a reason to do lake water collectors at this stage. I could, but there isn't really a reason. Was that our house? Oh, yeah, that was us. We had a package delivered. All right. Well, I have to wait a second anyway. Of course it's for me. All right. I'm going to run downstairs and grab my package real quick. And then I'll be right back. I have to wait a second anyway because I've got a ton more meteors coming down. Berlios is like, who's at the door? Okay, I'll be right back. I need to take that out.
You got another one?
Yeah. Well, mine's really old and it's starting to, the sound is a little blown out when I use it. And this is the next model up. Same, it's not the same manufacturer, but it's the next one up from the one. And it was like 65% off or something. I figured if they're going to give me a good deal, I'll buy one. All right. I'm spending all my money. Yeah. Not all of it, just some of it. I've been careful. There's a lot of other things I could have been buying that I wasn't buying, so I had a little excess to work with. Which is good. Okay, I was about to say, there should be... I can't see. The good thing I have this extremely useful flashlight. Okay, where the heck? Oh, they're down here. I was like, where? I don't see anything. See, that's what we call a thumbnail right there. Okay. The nice thing is once you get onto like 2 or 3 of the major, what are those called? Adventures? Once you get to 2 or 3 of the major like excursions where you have to like travel to really far parts of the world, those are like, so like right now, like we're waiting on terraforming. If you fly halfway across the map, by the time you fly all the way over there, do what you're doing and get back, you're up like 200-300 on the MTI, you know? Yeah, these rocks are so weird. These like shelves. Look at this. Oh my gosh, hang on. I'm trying to get like the... Like that's a thumbnail right there, right? The problem is I say that and then I always forget to go back and like flip it later. 2 more. All right. And the key thing here is we're kind of building back our stockpile because we had so much iridium that we used on rockets. And so by calling in that many more, ooh, there's a thingy floating in the sky. Ooh, there's a lot of thingies floating in the sky. Holy smokes. Okay, dump everything. Tally ho, we need more. You hope to see me hit 750 this VOD? 750 what? Man's throwing numbers and I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, that's done. I need to check and see if any of the rocks landed up there. That's why I have a permanent ladder. Permanent staircase going up there. Wow, nothing. Usually there's at least one or two of them that hit right up there. Absolutely wild. Let's see here. $750. I don't know what you're talking about, $750. I don't know. I was about to say, we're about full. Wowzers, look at how many more is out there. It's all speckled and glowy. Oh, there's a handsome Berlioz asleep behind me. Okay, we need more iridium. Dump iridium. Thought I had enough for two. Oh, I'm off by one. Ah! That one, that one. Wowzers. Got my finger in my eyeball. Yeah, look at this. It's beautiful. We have so much ore that we've called down. Ooh, that one. Holy smokes. See, this is what happens when you launch 5 rockets at a time. You end up with these massive just piles of resources just everywhere. Full inventory again. Good golly, Miss Molly. I love the meteors that hit the ring and then just like free float above the ring. Just makes a massive mess, you know? Okay. Yeah. Being able to launch a massive wave of rockets like that too and just have a like completely fill up a stockpile of resources is very nice. That's usually what happens with the uranium. The uranium doesn't get used very much. Like as soon as you hit the higher tier of power, usually you're done. You use almost no uranium until you hit like the pulsar quartz and stuff like that, automating pulsar quartz. So it's always really funny because like you'll launch a crap ton of rockets and you'll have an entire chest full of uranium rods and it just sits there. There's all these rods and they're not being used for anything. And the amount that you get back versus the amount you spend to launch is like really, really good there. Because if you think about it, a single rocket costs 2, oh my gosh. A single rocket costs 2 uranium, but costs 9 iridium. So a single meteor coming down with uranium will give you 5. So that's 2.5 rockets per meteor of uranium. But iridium, it takes 1.5 meteors of iridium to then launch another rocket to get iridium. So you get the return on, the return on iridium versus uranium is so different. There we go. The uranium is such a better deal, you know? Let's see, how are we doing? I think we're just, oh golly. Duh. I was like, we're almost done. We're not even close. So many resources here. What time? Come on. Yeah, as far as like the 7 Days to Die stuff like that, there's a lot of games like 7 Days to Die that I would totally do more playthroughs in as well. Like I would do a Sniper Elite 5 playthrough. I would do a Assassin's Creed Origins playthrough. Origins was my favorite. I loved Origins. It was so good. Keep some iridium for explosive powder. You'll need it for the tier 5 feeders. Yeah, we'll need some soon. Ooh, full again. The other thing you have to remember though is we have our recycler. So even if we end up with way too many, even if we completely fill it with rods, we can always tear some down later if we need it. That's the beauty, is it's a exact ratio return, so it's like 9 in, 9 out. So if you need to tear it down, you can, and you don't lose any resources in the process. Okay, iridium. We're so close. We're almost there. Trying to get everything all cleaned up, you know? Oh, you were talking about 750 on the terraforming index. That's what you were talking about. Hoping I hit 750 this video. This VOD, we should hit the 750 MTI. Well, we'll see. What are we at? Oh, maybe not. We'll definitely get it next episode, but we might not have time to do it this episode. Or this VOD. Because I do have to get off soonish. I have work. And I have like 2 or 3 little chores I wanted to get done before I headed out. How are we doing time-wise? 2:30. Trying to see if I need to hop off after this episode or if I can go one more. Because we've got 4 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left on this VOD. And then... or 3.5 minutes left on this video or episode. And then we've got... That'd put me close to 3. Realistically, I should probably end after this one. I don't want to, but I probably should. That would be the more responsible answer. We didn't do any exploring, but as soon as we hit 750, which will be next VOD... Let's see here, what's today? Friday? There is a chance that I might play this tomorrow as well, because I usually try to get so far ahead, and on this one I could do that, because the idea would be I'd probably do this today and tomorrow, and then Monday morning I would probably try to do Minecraft, and then Sunday night I might see about doing some 7 days. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, we got a little bit of aluminum, a little bit of cobalt. Ooh, that's all the iron we have. Silicon, titanium, iridium. Okay. Sweet. Cool, look at that. A ton of iridium banked up. That's super good. Uranium, we're doing all right. We still... The key one is the osmium. We need the osmium. How are we doing? We're up to 535. We are going up quite fast. 93,000 on pressure. If we could get a single... What are we at? 128.5. I don't think we have time for anything else. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a small excursion. You do 1 stream a day. What do you do? And then... What do you like to play but haven't posted on YouTube yet besides Halo 1? I like to do RimWorld. I like to do Halo. I like to do Sniper Elite 5. Basically, if you look at my YouTube channel header, all of the videos, all of the game pictures that I have across the top, those are all of my primary games. Those are all the games I like to play. I'm actually going to start heading towards the White Desert, I think. Because there's at least a couple things in the White Desert I could start working on. But yeah, if you check out my YouTube header, or my banner, I just barely redid that banner, and I did a banner for every game that I like to play. All the main ones that I like to play. And some of those I do multiplayer, some of them I do single player. I know people really, really like watching multiplayer. My group comes and goes heavily is the issue. Usually we have time to play, but on rare occasion we, like right now it's been a dry spell where people have been busy. Generally around the holidays people are busy, so I can't get quite as many. I need titanium. and a silicon. Ooh, titanium. Yeah. But yeah, most of those games are the ones I like to play. Oh, that's the end of the episode there. All right, I'm going to fly over here to this corner. Ooh, orbital screen. I'm going to fly around this corner and throw down a building, and then I'm going to end the video there, or end the recording there. I've got just a tiny bit. Wow, got some super there. Wow. Chest full of super are actually quite useful at this stage of the game. Okay, right over here, there should be a cave. Right there. Wow. Did you see what we got in that? We got a rocket and an explosive. That was actually quite good. Yeah, this cave here. I just want to come right here and throw down... Oh, there is some osmium in here. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're just going to throw this down and then we're going to end it. Because I do need to hop off and be productive for a little bit. So, all right, I'm going to hop off, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me. As always, it's a pleasure. I will catch you guys later. Like I said, I will probably do maybe another hour and a half-ish of this tomorrow. Maybe 2, we'll see. One of my nephews might be coming over to do Magic the Gathering stuff with me. If he doesn't come, then I'll stream and record instead. If he does come, then I'll do like an hour or 2 of streaming and then hang out with him for the rest of the morning. So, and then like I said, Sunday I will probably be streaming Halo 1 Legendary. Or should I just record that and then you guys can watch the VODs? I don't know. If you guys don't mind the spoilers a little bit, you guys can hop in and play, or hop in and listen and watch. We'll see. So anyway, thank you guys so much. As always, it's a pleasure. I will catch you guys later. Also, the mouse, you're not too talkative or anything. You're fine. See you guys later.